And now as my grandpa, your dad, got richer, did it change him and did it change you guys as a family?
No, not really. Although it was subtle. It wasn't a big spender, but I'll give you an example. When we started working after a year or two, Tom and I had saved up some money in our bank accounts from working for $35 a week, and we had a couple grand. So he proposed that we form a partnership and do some business farming speculation. So the first thing we did was buy 20 calves from an auction in Phoenix and hauled them out there, and we were going to let them eat the weeds from the ditch banks. We weren't going to feed them anything. And we doubled our money. We sold them for $4 grand later, and we took that and bought 40. You can buy them for $100 a piece and sell them for $200. And so we doubled our money again, and we were cooking along, and then we decided that we would buy some registered Angus pedigreed animals. And so we ended up buying them from Dad's uncle, Lewis, because he had a herd and he was getting rid of it. So he split the herd, and my Uncle Calvin bought half and we bought half. But the three of us bought that with our savings. So we spent, I don't know what it was, it might have been a pretty good little sum. He cut us a deal because he wanted to get rid of them. But we bought 14, we had a bull and some cows and a few miscellaneous heifers and little ones. So we had about 10 or 15 registered Anguses. We sold those on a regular basis and made, pretty soon we had 25 or 50 grand, so we were 25, 50 grand in the pot.
That's a lot of money.
After a couple, 2 or 3 years, and we learned how to raise them and show them. We took them, Tom and I both showed Angus bulls in the shows and the fair, dragging them around. They're yearlings. They're pretty big, but they're basically teenage cows. And so we had you do that in order to get people to pay more for their children, for their calves. And we also ate one every year. So that was just skimmed off into our freezer. So we had a lot of steak. So one of the things we were good with is that we ate well. We barbecued T-bone steaks pretty much every weekend or every other weekend, and it was all you could eat. I've personally eaten 3 of them. That's my best.
3 T-bone steaks.
Big 1.5 or 1.25 T-bones, about the size of your plate. And so this was one of the things that was famous. The people would come around and we'd go to the store and buy, I don't know, 15 or 20 of them from, and there were relatives that ran the store as well, but they didn't cut a big deal, but they were there. And these steaks would be barbecued and consumed instantly by the crowd. So yeah, there was a little splurging, and then he gradually started buying some more, investing in more equipment and reinvesting in the farm. So he did land leveling, water reclamation projects, did different kinds of wells that would produce better water for the thing, more reliable, cheaper, and equipment like cotton picking machines, things that you needed to automate with. So he reinvested in the farm. And so from that point of view, most of the appreciation, all the crops income that was surplus was used for that. So
why didn't you stay doing that? Because you were good at it. Why aren't you a farmer?
I will tell you the story of my cousin Sid Palmer, who started to do that after he got out of school. He went back to his dad's farm up near Coolidge again, and he told me he was sitting out there one day at the end of his 2nd or 3rd summer in the heat, driving on the tractor, and he said, "I'm not going to do this the rest of my life. This going nowhere." And I had already figured that out. And I was also doing well in school, and all the school people encouraged me to go to college, and that was not agricultural school, so that was going to be science or technology. So that I'd already made up my mind by the time I was in high school that I was not going to be a farmer.
Okay. Yeah. After working on the farm,
it wasn't the bad part of the farm. It was that it just didn't maintain. I couldn't see doing that intellectually for the rest of my life.
Okay.